All right, how's everyone doing? I said I was going to start doing some testing, so that's what we're going to do. Got my gloves, not the best. Going to get some better ones. But we're going to test, and I have strapped to my belt this Purple Dragon 440C. We're going to see how it holds up. First off, I got some jute rope here. It's only about a quarter. Let's see how well it cuts it. If it will. I mean, it does pretty good. It's actually not a bad cut. Let's see again. I mean, it's pretty effortless to cut. So let's try just on the very tip. And we'll try across the belly here, and we'll see what it does. I mean, not bad. So, I mean, it's a simple test. Let's see what it does with the water bottle. Okay, so this is probably going to be pretty easy. And this is a front draw. So, let's see. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let's dry this off. Sits in the sheath really nice. I'm just going to put one glove on. Okay. Now, this stuff I got at the reservoir. So let's see what it does. Now my stand is not very stable, unfortunately, but this stuff's really dry, so it's flaking. But you do have some control. So we'll do curls. This, since it's so square, does bite into your hand though. It does do that. But you can't do curls with it. Now this is probably just going to blow apart. But let's see how it does for chopping. Ooh, that was one heck of a bite. Let me see if I can get that in there. Look how much it bites into that thing. Let me see if there's any damage. No. There's like zero damage to that edge. And look at that. Look at that nice straight cut. So blade is still straight. Okay. Chop's really good. I mean, let's try a little bit more. Let's try right here. Oh man, this thing just bites. Because like I said, this stuff is pretty dry. Let's try the front of it. Well, that did it. The wood broke first. But it was taking some good chunks out of it. So, and no edge damage, no edge roll. It's pretty damn good still. Now we're gonna see. I don't know if I can baton this, because it's so awkward. It really, really is. Let's see about this. Maybe I can. So we'll see. We'll give it a try. We'll give it a try. Yeah. This wood's a little too dry. But it is doing the job. That's what I can find. But it bites right in. It really, really does. This is a little bit harder wood. Oh man. I mean, it just takes chunks out of it. It really does. It makes a clean cut. It really does. So let's wipe this thing down. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, it's nice and dirty. It's still sharp. So let's see how well it cuts. I mean, I know I only did a little bit, but let's see. It's still cutting. Still cutting through this. And jute rope's kind of a coarse rope. But it's still doing it. It's still giving it a nice clean cut. So far, and from what I can see, there is no edge defection. No rolls, no chips, no nothing. And that blade is still straight. So it didn't even warp. So I was afraid these scales would give out from the vibrations. And they didn't. They didn't, which is kind of nice that they didn't give out. That was my fear, that these would come loose, these scales. But they're intact. They really are. Yeah, that's some dry wood. That's some hard stuff. Because it had been in the reservoir and then sun baked it. I'll have to get something that's not as dry. But yeah, that thing is still sharp. It really, really is. 440C is a really good steel. it's durable as hell if it's done right. It's really good. B is a little bit better because it holds an edge much longer than C, but C will get a really keen edge. And this is only like, I don't know, 2-3 mils thick. That's it. So it's not a very thick knife. One issue I have with it though, and I was afraid of this, is this thing is so squared off that when you use it, it bites right in here in your hand. And that's due to the design of the handle. I was kind of afraid of that. So when you start hitting with it, it kind of hurts your hand a bit. Wearing gloves would probably be the best thing. The reason why I didn't wear gloves with this is to see how it felt against my hand. Because gloves are going to soften that blow. But yeah, it kind of, even back here where your pinky rolls in, it kind of digs in. So, I mean, there's no sharp edges. It's just, it's such a 90 degree on this body of this handle that it kind of hurts a little bit. It's not horrible, but you can feel, if you were to have to use this a long time, it'd probably really start hurting your hand. But yeah, I mean, this thing, I mean, I didn't do extreme. I'm not hacking through a log here. But I mean, just doing that little bit, if you're out camping, that's enough for you to get some firewood going. And then the holster, since it is a front draw, it's actually really easy to put away. But you don't have to unhook the side if you don't want to, or you can unhook it and it's a quicker draw. It's not like the highest quality of leather, no, out there. Definitely it's not, no. But it does sit nicely on your side. So, I mean, like all big knives, it's gonna flop around, especially if you're climbing and whatnot. But overall, I mean, what is it? When it's not on sale, it's about $60 for this knife. I mean, personally, that might be a little high. So for this, Purple Dragon normally has these on sale, and you can get them for like $30 to $28. I would go and wait if you want one of these when they're on sale. Just keep an eye on it. They always have coupons. Always have coupons. So would this knife last you a long time? It's hard to say. Like I said, 440C is a good steel. A lot of even big name companies use it. It seems like the heat treat is spot on. And this is a hollow grind on this. You have to find that right niche for it to really do curls. Didn't take me long to find it though. And like I said, this stuff is super, super dry though. So something a little less drier, it'll probably just go ahead and be able to do curls. But like I said, it doesn't have a choil. And people are like, oh, that way I have more control. This setup's not good for it, but if you can rest the wood on your chest, you can pinch it because it's such a big blade and use it like that. And it will work really well, excuse me, for doing curls. As people always forget, if you have a big blade, just pinch a blade like this, lock yourself in, and then just use that as a scraper. And the way this is designed, it would work really well for that too, because you have this little area right in here, and then you can just pinch it and then just work it back and forth. And I think that will work just fine. You don't always need a choil for control, because I've even noticed with choils, if you have your hand right here, the blade wants to kick up. It's just physics. But I was able to do it without a choil and keep it straight. But for more control. Use 2 hands. But anyways, it's not a very big, like, huge test. No, I don't do extreme destruction shit on stuff. I'm going to try and do practical, you know, if you're out camping and whatnot, practical testing as much as I can. Cutting rope, yeah, obviously, because if you're out camping, you may have to do some rope cutting. Not a big deal. Probably get some thicker, like 1/2 inch at least, because you're going to cut anywhere from 1/4 to 1/2 inch. Nothing bigger than that. Hopefully you guys found this informative. This is my very first test for these knives. The next one is going to be from Fusion K, which is the cookery inspired knife. And we're going to see how well that one holds up. And it's the same thickness as this, 3 millimeters thick. And then it has some kookeries. Those are going to be fun. I love kookeries. So until then, we'll see you on the next one.